Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. AI is everywhere we turn these days. And today we're going to do a deep dive into AI literacy, which is a topic I think a lot of people have heard about but don't really fully grasp.
Right. It's definitely one of those buzzwords that we hear all the time now.
Yeah. So to help us unpack all of this, we have an amazing expert with us. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited to dig into this.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. What exactly is AI literacy? I mean, is it about knowing how to code or build robots? Because I have to admit, that part still seems a bit intimidating.
Well, and I think that's a common misconception. AI literacy isn't really about becoming a tech wizard overnight, thankfully, right?
Thankfully.
It's much more about understanding what AI is, how it works, and how it's already impacting our lives in ways we might not even realize.
So it's like being fluent in the language of AI, even if we're not writing the dictionary ourselves.
Exactly. It's about being able to understand and engage with AI in a meaningful way without necessarily needing to build it from scratch.
Okay, that makes me feel a lot better. So we're not talking about needing to become programmers or anything like that.
No, not at all. This is something everyone can and should learn about.
Okay, so why the sudden urgency? Why is everyone talking about AI literacy now?
Well, it's not exactly sudden. AI has been developing for decades, really, but things have really accelerated recently, haven't they?
Yeah, it feels like it's been moving at warp speed.
Right, and tools like ChatGPT have really captured the public imagination. Suddenly, AI is something anyone can interact with, not just engineers and researchers.
It's true. It's not just this abstract concept anymore.
Exactly. And that's precisely why AI literacy is so important now. We're at this pivotal moment where AI is becoming increasingly integrated into every aspect of our lives, and we need to be prepared to engage with it thoughtfully and responsibly.
So it's not just a passing fad. This is the future we're talking about.
Exactly. And just like with any major technological shift, understanding the basics is crucial.
Okay, I'm convinced.
Hmm.
So how do we start? Where does someone who's maybe a little intimidated by all this even begin with AI literacy?
Well, a great first step is simply becoming aware of how AI is already present in your life.
Hmm, interesting. Like what? Give us some examples.
Sure. Think about the recommendations you get on Netflix or Spotify,
Oh, right.
or the way your GPS navigates traffic.
Or how about those targeted ads that seem to follow you around the internet? Sometimes those are creepily accurate, huh?
Yep, those two. All powered by AI. Once you start noticing it, you'll be amazed by how prevalent it actually is.
It's like that saying, the best technology is the kind you don't even notice you're using.
Exactly. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. AI is being used in healthcare, finance, education, even art and music.
Wow, so it's really everywhere.
It really is. And as AI continues to advance, it's only going to become more integrated into our world.
Okay, I'm starting to see why this is such a big deal. But if
Mhm.
AI is already doing all these things for us, why do we need to understand it?
That's a great question. And it gets to the heart of what AI literacy is really about, which is more than just knowing that AI exists. It's about understanding how it works and its potential impact on our lives. And we'll dive deeper into that after a quick break.
Okay, so AI is more than just a silent partner in our digital lives. It's got a growing influence, sounds like.
It really does. And it's not always a positive influence either, which is something else that's important to understand.
Right, right. So let's talk about that. What are some of the potential downsides of AI? I mean, besides those targeted ads getting a little too good at predicting what I want to buy online.
Well, that's actually a perfect example of one of the big challenges with AI right now, bias.
Bias. How so?
Well, because AI learns from data, it can reflect and even amplify the biases that already exist in that data.
Okay, so like if the data itself is flawed or skewed in some way, the AI is going to inherit those flaws.
Exactly. Let's say an AI system is being trained to help companies make hiring decisions.
Okay, makes sense so far.
If the data it's trained on is mostly from male applicants who were successful in getting hired in the past, the AI might unfairly penalize female applicants or people from underrepresented backgrounds.
Ah, I see. So it's not that the AI is intentionally discriminatory, it's that it's learned those biases from the data it was fed.
Precisely. And that's why it's so important to be aware of these biases, both in the data itself and in the way AI systems are designed and implemented. AI literacy is about understanding those nuances and asking critical questions.
It's like we can't just blindly trust AI to be objective or neutral
Yeah.
because it's only as good as the information it's given, right?
Exactly. And that's why human oversight is still so important, even as AI becomes more sophisticated.
So it's a partnership, really. We need to be working with AI, not just letting it run wild.
Mm.
But how do we actually do that? How do we teach AI to be more fair and unbiased?
Well, it starts with the data itself. We need to ensure that the data used to train AI systems is diverse, representative, and free from harmful biases as much as possible.
Easier said than done, I imagine, huh?
It definitely takes a concerted effort, but it's crucial. And it's not just about the data itself, it's also about who's designing and developing these AI systems. We need more diversity in the tech industry to ensure that a wider range of perspectives and experiences are being considered.
Makes sense. Because if you've got a whole bunch of people with the same background and experiences building AI, it's more likely to reflect a limited view of the world.
Exactly. Diversity of thought and experience is essential for creating AI that's fair, ethical, and beneficial for everyone.
Okay, so that's bias. What are some of the other potential pitfalls of AI that we should be aware of? I mean, I've heard some pretty wild predictions about robots taking over the world, but
Right. Well, let's set aside the Hollywood scenarios for a moment.
probably for the best. I, for one, welcome our robot overlords. Just kidding.
One very real concern is the potential for AI to be used in ways that exacerbate existing inequalities.
Oh, interesting. How so?
Well, think about it. AI has the potential to automate a lot of jobs that are currently done by humans. Now, while that could free up people for more creative or fulfilling work, it could also lead to significant job displacement, especially in certain industries.
Right, so AI could widen the gap between the haves and the have-nots if we're not careful.
That's definitely a risk, and it's something we need to be thinking about now, not down the road when it's too late. We need to be having conversations about things like retraining programs, universal basic income, and other social safety nets that might be needed in an AI-driven economy.
That's a lot to unpack. So AI literacy isn't just about understanding the technology itself. It's about grappling with some pretty complex social and economic questions, too.
Exactly. It's about thinking critically about the potential impact of AI on our lives, our communities, and our world as a whole.
Okay, I'm getting the sense that AI literacy is less about knowing how to code and more about, like, philosophy and ethics.
In a way, yes. It's about using our human intelligence to guide the development and implementation of artificial intelligence in a way that benefits all of humanity.
That's a great way to put it. So how can we start to develop that kind of critical thinking about AI?
Well, a big part of it is simply being aware of the potential risks and challenges. We need to move beyond the hype and look at AI with a critical eye, asking questions, challenging assumptions, and considering the broader implications.
This is about being informed and engaged citizens in this rapidly evolving technological landscape.
Precisely. We can't just sit back and let AI happen to us. We need to be active participants in shaping its development and use. And that starts with education, which we can get into after this quick break.
Okay, so education is key here, right? Like, how do we actually become more AI literate? It still feels kind of daunting, to be honest.
I get it. It's a lot to wrap your head around. But it doesn't have to be overwhelming. One of the best things you can do is just start exploring. There are so many resources available online, courses, articles, videos, even just playing around with some of the free AI tools out there can be incredibly eye-opening.
Yeah, like those AI image generators. I gotta admit, those are pretty fun to play with, even if the results can be a little unpredictable sometimes.
Exactly. And that's part of the learning process too, right? Seeing how AI works in practice, its limitations as well as its capabilities.
So it's not just about theoretical knowledge, it's about hands-on experience, too.
Definitely. And it's something you can incorporate into your daily life no matter what you're interested in. Whether you're an artist, a musician, a teacher, a business owner, there are AI tools and applications emerging in every field imaginable.
Wow, so AI literacy is really for everyone, not just the tech geniuses among us.
Absolutely. It's becoming as fundamental as knowing how to use a computer or navigate the internet. It's about empowering yourself to thrive in a world increasingly shaped by AI.
That's a great way to put it. It's not about fearing the robots, it's about learning to work with them, or at least alongside them, right?
Exactly. And the more AI literate we become as a society, the better equipped we'll be to make informed decisions about the future of this technology.
This has been such a fascinating deep dive. Any final thoughts, any parting words of wisdom for our listeners before we wrap up?
I'd say don't be afraid to jump in and get your hands dirty. The world of AI is constantly evolving, and the best way to learn is by doing, by experimenting, by asking questions. And remember, this is a conversation that involves all of us. The future of AI is something we're all shaping together.
That's a powerful message to end on.
Yeah.
A huge thank you to you for sharing your expertise with us today. It's been truly enlightening. And to our listeners, thanks for joining us on this journey into the world of AI literacy. Until next time, Stay curious, and we'll see you on the next deep dive.